Hello students, good morning. So today I am going to discuss the first lesson entitled The Last Lesson in detail with you. And I hope this will clear all your doubts about the lesson, and whatever you are not understanding, I hope I will be successful enough to make you understand everything. So please see. As you all know, the writer is Alphonse Daudet. See the spelling Daudet, a French word. He is a French writer. It is pronounced Daudet, Alphonse Daudet. The writer, you have to remember the name of the writer because with the change in the pattern of question paper, question number 7, part B is based on an extract from prose lessons of Flamingo, and you may be asked to write the name of the writer. So who is the writer of the last lesson? The writer is Alphonse Daudet. So the name is something that you have to remember, the name of the writer. About the writer, you are well familiar. He is a French writer. Everything is given in this slide. Let me repeat it for you. He was born on May 13, 1840 and died on December 16, 1897. And about the place of his death, you can see here, after Paris, there is a question mark. So, you can say that the place of his death is not confirmed. Okay? He is a French short story writer and a novelist. Now he is remembered chiefly as the author of sentimental tales. At the end of the story, you will find that the protagonist of the story, M. Hamel, the teacher who taught French, becomes very, very sentimental. At the end of the story, you will find that he is even unable to speak a single word. Okay? So, sentimental tales of provincial life in the south of France. Okay? Now, you see what is the setting of the story. The last lesson is set in the days of Franco-Prussian War. Prussia is the old name of Germany. Earlier, Germany was known as Prussia. So, France and Prussia under Bismarck was at war with France. And it was the year 1870 or 71. And France was defeated by Prussia, led by Bismarck. Bismarck was the, here you can see, Bismarck was the leader of Germany then. And then Prussia, as I have already told you, it was Germany, and at that time when it was known as Prussia, it consisted of 3 countries. What were these countries? Which countries were these? Germany, Poland, and some parts of Austria. These 3 countries formed Prussia. And after the defeat of France, the French districts of Alsace and Lorraine came under the control of Prussia. And with the control of French districts of Alsace and Lorraine, now the Germans decided to impose their language German on French-speaking people of Alsace and Lorraine. And here you will find that the lesson highlights the importance of mother tongue. This lesson highlights the importance of mother tongue. Actually, the mother tongue, it helps the people of a country to come together Because when the people speak the same language, at least they find one reason to stay together, and staying together they can work for a bigger cause. So mother tongue helps, no doubt, the people of a country to come together for a bigger cause. But what is human tendency? Human tendency is that of delaying, that of procrastination. Do you know meaning of the word procrastination? Procrastination is postponing the things for tomorrow. And it is human tendency. We procrastinate, and we realize the importance of things that we have when they are no more with us. And here in this lesson, M. Hamel, the two main characters are M. Hamel and Franz. Franz is a school going boy, and he is also the narrator of the story. So, and M. Hamel, the French teacher, the outgoing French teacher, he had been asked by Prussian leaders, Prussian rulers, to leave the school, and new German teacher was to come the next day. So, M. Hamel, on the last day of his school, ignited patriotism among his students. And second thing is this, that he refers to mother tongue as a key to their freedom. And let us see the story. As I have already told you, the main characters, Franz and M. Hamel. Franz and M. Hamel. Who is Franz? First you have to know. Franz is the narrator of the story. First thing, he is the narrator of the story. And second thing, he is a school going boy, a teenager. And the whole story is written on his perspective. He is the narrator and he is expressing his views. So now see here, when the story begins, we find this little boy Franz going to school. He is on his way to school, and he had already been late for his school. You can see here, he started late for his school. And second thing, he was afraid of scolding from M. Hamel. You have been told who was M. Hamel? M. Hamel was the teacher who taught French. And here you can see Franz was already late for the school. And it may be one of the reasons why he was afraid, why he was in the great dread of scolding from his teacher. But here you can see another reason there was. And what was the other reason? M. Hamel, the teacher, had asked all the students, Franz also was one student, he had asked the students that he would question them on participles. And what about Franz? Had he done his homework? No. He did not know even a single word about participles. That was the reason. So, one of the important questions that could be asked in your exams is this: why was Franz, the narrator, afraid of being scolded by M. Hamel? So you can give two reasons. First, he was late for school, and second thing is M. Hamel had asked him that he would question on participles, and Franz did not know even the first word about them. That was the reason. Okay, so what was the result? Now he started thinking about spending the days outside. And there were several things that tempted him to spend his day outside. Now, see here, he thought of running away and spending the day outdoors. Reasons you can see here. He was tempted by the warm and bright weather. Second thing, he was attracted towards the chirping of the birds. He wanted to enjoy the sweet music produced by the chirping of the birds. And the third thing, the drill of Prussian soldiers. Prussian soldiers, they had already got the control of Alsace and Lorraine, and they were drilling outside. That is what attracted him. So, how many reasons have you found? Three reasons why he wanted to spend the day outside. First, it was because of warm and bright weather. Second, it was the chirping of the birds that attracted him. And last, the third one, he wanted to watch the drill of Prussian soldiers. I hope you have got these two things. First, why he was afraid of being scolded by his teacher. And the second thing, why he wanted to spend his day outside. And now see, he reached the school. At the school, you can see here the picture of town hall. He passes through the town hall. Now he was on his way to classroom. He reached the school, and now he was on his way to his classroom, but he passed through the town hall. And at the town, what is town hall? You can see here on the slide, a building used for the administration of local government. He passed through it. And then, what did he notice next? There was a bulletin board outside town hall. What was there outside town hall? A bulletin board. You can say a news board. Bulletin board, that is a notice board, from where all the, actually they had been getting all kind of news, but those were the days when they were getting only all sort of bad news. Either it was the news of lost battles, or it was the draft. What is the draft? It is not the draft of a letter. This draft is a policy of compulsory recruitment of soldiers. Okay, so lost battles, the draft, orders of commanding officers, all these things they were getting from there. So he passed through the bulletin board, and when he was at the bulletin board, the blacksmith, you can see the third character, blacksmith. He asked him not to go fast. Actually, French could not understand why blacksmith asked him not to go fast. Blacksmith added one more thing, that he had plenty of time to reach the class. And here, this little boy, this school going boy, thought perhaps he was making a fun of him because he was late. So he did not pay any attention towards him, and he decided to proceed towards the class. But at the same time, as I have already told you, that the bulletin board was something from where they were getting all their bad news. You can see here highlighted all their bad news. It had come from that bulletin board only. Why bad news only had been mentioned? Because they were getting the news of the lost battles. France was defeated. They were losing the battles one by one. The draft, that is a policy of compulsory recruitment of soldiers. Then the order of commanding officers. All these they were getting from that bulletin board. And here he thought to himself without stopping, what can be the matter now? Text quoted from the book. Means he found a big crowd at the bulletin board. And that crowd of the bulletin board compelled him to think why or what the matter was. But he was worried about M. Hamel and his class. He was worried about M. Hamel's iron ruler also. And one more thing you can see here, the bad news once again explained here, the last battles, the draft, the orders of the commanding officer. If anybody asks you a question, what was the bad news that they were getting from the bulletin board, you easily can answer. Okay, yes, let us see here the next. Now he was at the school and he found something strange. Even before entering the classroom, he found that there was some change in the school. Usually, when school began, means there was some change. Usually, when school began, it was very noisy. You can see here the difference between these two. That see here that particular day when French was late for the school, and the days the other days when the school began, generally there was a great bustle, great noise. This noise could be heard out even on the street, but that day it was completely still, very still. French thought that great bustle, this commotion, that is great bustle, would help him what? To reach his seat without being noticed. He thought because there would be great noise, nobody would notice him, and though he was late, he would remain unnoticed. But to his surprise, there was extreme silence. And what was that noise of? I have seen here the great bustle. It was the great bustle of the opening and closing of desks, the students repeating their lessons together very loudly, and it all could be heard there. Moreover, the teacher, he was knocking his ruler, rapping on the table. That also could be heard out in the street. But that day, it appeared as if it were Sunday morning. Sunday morning, no students visit school. That is why everything remains silent. So it appeared that it was Sunday morning. Now, when French was outside the classroom, he found one thing. Through the window, what did he notice? All his classmates had occupied their seats. Not only his classmates, ML, the teacher, also was walking up and down with his iron ruler. And you can see here the adjective used, terrible, for the word ruler. It means the students were very, very afraid. The students were very much afraid of M. Hamel. And that is the change. How, one question may be asked here, how was the school scene different that day from other days? And you can answer. Other days there was a great bustle. The great noise could even be heard out on the street. It was the sound of the opening and closing of desks, lessons being repeated together by the students, and the sound produced by the knocking of the teacher's ruler on the table. But that day, it was extreme silence. Okay, so I feel you can answer this. It appeared that it was as if it were a Sunday morning. Okay, next. Now, French was inside the class. Now, French noticed the difference inside the class. You have already seen the difference that was visible from outside. Now, inside the classroom, Again, he noticed several differences. And what were these differences? Now, see here. When he reached inside, he found that Yam Hamil, his teacher, who was Yam Hamil? The teacher. Which teacher? Who taught French. There was a difference in his dress. That day, he wore a beautiful green coat, his frilled shirt, the little black silk cap, and they all were embroidered. So, first difference was the dress that Yam Hamil wore that day was different. It was the dress that he wore usually on inspection days and prize days. Means, in single sentence, you can say that day he wore a special dress, the dress that he wore on inspection and prize days. If you need to describe the dress, you can say he wore a beautiful green coat, his frilled shirt, his little black silk cap, and they all were embroidered. That is the description of the dress. And if you want to answer, if you are running short of time, you simply say that day Yam Hamil, the teacher, wore a special dress. The dress that he wore only on inspection and prize days. Means the days that were special. Second thing, what was the difference? First thing that he noticed was Yam Hamil's dress, Yam Hamil's appearance. And second thing, the whole school seemed so strange and solemn. A very serious atmosphere surrounded the school. Third thing, on the back benches, who were there? On the back benches, the elders from village was sitting. See here, on the back benches that always remained empty, the village people, the elders from village, they all were sitting there. He could not understand why the old Hauser, the former mayor, the former postmaster, why they were sitting. And one more thing he noticed, that they all were looking sad. He could not understand anything. The Hauser was there. He had opened an old primer. What is this primer? Do you know what the word primer is? It is a book based on Bible or on a version of Bible, but it is a book. So he had opened a book on his knees, and he had his spectacles, and he was trying to go through that book. He could not understand anything about it. Why the village people were sitting there? So what were the changes? First, again you can say that here an important question is there. What is the question? What difference did French notice inside the class? So first thing, Yam Hamil wore the special dress. Second thing, the whole atmosphere of the classroom was grim and serious, strange also you can say. And the third thing is that the backbenches of the classroom that always remained empty were occupied by the village people. The elders from the village were sitting there. Okay, and now see, something happened. A thunderclap. Again, what was a thunderclap for? Friends, the word thunderclap has been used here, you see. Now Yam Hamil started the lesson. One more thing surprised. Here we have missed in the slide. One more thing was there. That day he was afraid that he was late. Now Yam Hamil would scold him, but Yam Hamil's behavior also surprised him. He was thinking that Yam Hamil would scold him, punish him. But Yam Hamil very politely asked him to go to his seat. And this also surprised him. What Yam Hamil's image was that of a very strict teacher. That is why his iron ruler had been called the terrible iron ruler. Okay, and now when ML started the lesson, something he announced, and that announcement of ML was something like a thunderclap for whom? For this child friends. He started, he said, "My children, this is the last lesson I shall give you." This was the last lesson, perhaps invited the attention of this child friends. Why the last lesson? Then he said there was an order from Berlin. This order from Berlin compelled him to announce that it was his last lesson. And what was the order from Berlin? It was to teach only German in the schools of Alsace and Lorraine. And the third thing he announced was the new master. New master means master or teacher of which subject? Teacher of German. He would come the next day. And it was not only Hammel's last lesson, but the students also were to take their last lesson in French. It was going to be their last French lesson. And it was something like a thunderclap for French. And here another important question. What did French refer to as thunderclap? What will be your answer? I hope you all have the answer. Thunderclap. What is this thunderclap? This thunderclap is the announcement made by Hammel. What announcement did he make? The announcement was this, that it was the last lesson going to be delivered by him. Second thing, he told them about that order from Berlin. What was the order from Berlin? Another question could be asked. You have to remember, the order from Berlin was to teach only German in the schools of Alsace and Lorraine. And what was the third thing? The third thing he announced was this, that the new teacher who would teach them German would come the next day. Okay, that way you can answer. Another question could be asked here. What was the order from Berlin and what changes were being brought by it? And you can answer that the order from Berlin was to teach German in the schools of Alsace and Lorraine. You have to remember, Alsace and Lorraine were French-speaking districts. And now the study of French was to be discontinued, to be stopped. The French teacher, Hammel, had been asked to leave the school for good. For good means forever. And German was going to be taught from the next day. That was the change. Okay? Next. Now the reaction of friends after listening from his teacher that it was going to be his last French lesson. He was a bit confused what he was speaking. He did not even know how to write. Now he was shocked to know that he could never learn his French, his mother tongue, anymore. Now he felt sorry. That is the reaction. He felt how sorry I was for not learning my lessons. All this you could find in your book. I hardly knew how to write. I should never learn anymore. I must stop there. Then third thing, oh, how sorry I was for not learning my lessons. Then for seeking birds' eggs. These were the things that attracted him. Going, sliding on the shore. My books that had seemed much a nuisance a while ago, the books that appeared to be a bore for him, a problem for him, a load for him, a burden for him just a little time ago, all of a sudden they appeared to be friendly to him. All of a sudden he had developed a love for them. They became very dear to him. See, so heavy to carry my grammar and my history of the saints were old friends. Were old friends now that I couldn't give up. He did not want to give them up. He want now. See, that is human tendency. We humans have a natural tendency of procrastination. What do? We delay the things. We postpone until it becomes very, very urgent for us. We don't do it. We human beings don't realize the importance of things till they are with us. I feel you are getting me, but even then, let me tell you what happens. You have good health, sound health. Do you recognize its importance? You have a loving mother, loving father, loving brother, loving sister, all the good things around you, but you don't pay attention towards them because you start taking them for granted. That is human tendency. We all are like that only. But we realize when we get toothache, what happens? We rush to the doctors. We start complaining. But after that, what happens? The doctor advises us to take some medicines, some painkillers, to brush our teeth twice daily. And what? If we had been in a habit of brushing our teeth daily, we wouldn't have to suffer that toothache. But we realized that we had good teeth once. When do we realize? When we lose them. When the good things are snatched from us, then only we realize the importance of the things. As this is time that you have. My dear students, if you realize the importance of time that you have now, and if you make the optimum use of your time here, later on, somewhat 5 or 10 years from now, you will not have to repent. But what happens? We no doubt, we all would realize. But then after, means if we realize after 10 years that we had time, what we can do then? Nothing. We can simply repent then. If you want to save yourselves from repenting in future, what you have to do? You have to realize the importance of the time in hand now. Get rid of this habit of procrastination. Here you see, he had time enough to study French, but he had never learnt it. He did not even know the first word of French. Okay? Participles, he did not know the first word of participles. Sorry. Second thing, he was interested in seeking birds' eggs. In the beginning of the chapter, you have seen, he was interested in enjoying the chopping of the birds, enjoying the warm and bright weather. He was interested in watching the Prussian soldiers drill. Okay. Earlier, he took his books as a nuisance, and now they all became dear to him. Now he wanted to study. And what he could do? His teacher had already announced that it was his last lesson, and from the next day, they all had to study what? German in place of French. Okay? Not only his books, but now M. Hamel also, all of a sudden. M. Hamel was a very strict teacher. Students generally don't like strict teachers. And M. Hamel was one such teacher, as was very strict. So, French, naturally, I don't feel he had a liking for that teacher. But this thought that who is he here? He is here, M. Hamel. This teacher, you can say. M. Hamel was going away forever, for good. He would never be able to see him again. This made him forget all about his ruler and his crankiness, his strangeness. His strict teacher, let me tell you, his strict teacher, M. Hamel, also became very dear to him. And why it all happened? It all happened because of his realizing that the things which he had earlier had been snatched away from him. Now he would not get his French books to study at school. Now he would not get from the next day his teacher M. Hamel to teach him French. Okay? So all these are the things what you have studied till now. I feel the lesson is getting a bit lengthier. It would be better if we divide it in two parts. So I would take the second part of the lesson the next day. And before wrapping up, let me revise the things that you have studied so far. So the first thing is the little boy Franz was going to school. With whom? With nobody. With his own fanciful thoughts. He was late for school. So he was afraid of M. Hamel. There were several reasons why he was afraid. The first thing, he was late for school. Two reasons you can say, sorry. He was late for school, and secondly, he had not prepared his lesson on participles. That is why he was afraid. Next, when he was going to school, he was tempted from several things, and he wanted to spend his day outdoors. Outdoors means out from school. He did not want to go to his school. And there were again three reasons. First, warm and bright weather. He wanted to enjoy the warm and bright weather. Second thing is the chirping of the birds. He wanted to enjoy. And the third thing, he wanted to watch the drill of Prussian soldiers. Okay? And next, when he reached the school, he passed through the town hall, and then he noticed a big crowd at the bulletin board. You can see here. He noticed a big crowd at the bulletin board. He could not understand why there was a big crowd at the bulletin board. But that bulletin board, he remembered, had been the source of information for them, especially they were receiving all their bad news. Bad news means, again you can revise it from here, the lost battles, the draft, the orders of the commanding officer from Prussian soldiers. Okay, all this they were getting from that. And then he noticed a difference in school that day. Actually, he compared the other days and that day, and he noticed the main difference is that day there was no noise, there was utter silence. But other days there was great noise. Oh, and that was the noise of what? The noise made by the children only, you can say. But that day it was extreme silence. Then when he reached inside the class, again he noticed some difference. What was the difference? First thing, M. Hamel's dress and appearance. M. Hamel's behavior also was something that was different. The whole atmosphere was grim and serious. And third thing, the old people from village, the elders from village were sitting on the back benches that generally remained empty. Then M. Hamel made the announcement. What was the announcement? The announcement was related to an order from Berlin, capital of Germany. Here, till then it was known as Prussia. And M. Hamel made that announcement that from the next day German would be taught. It was his last French lesson. And all these things actually shocked this boy Franz. And then Franz reaction. The next, we shall see the next day. I hope you all have understood what I discussed today. If you have any doubts, you may write to me. You may write your messages. Thank you and have a nice day.